The war has just crossed another line. That's right, the Houthi moment. It's no longer distant player watching from the sidelines. It is now actively striking, sending a message that is loud, that is clear, and that is impossible to ignore. Well, a calm day in southern Israel, it all of a sudden turned into chaos. Phones started buzzing with emergency alert, and within seconds, sirens ripped through the air. Not just in one location though, but across the entire Negev region. From the busy roads to the quiet neighborhood, everything freezes instantly as people realize that it's not a drill anymore. Then comes the threat, by the way, a ballistic missile is launched towards Israeli territory. Fast, powerful, unpredictable. Reports suggest that this may not be a routine strike. Of course, Iran is involved here. There are growing claims that this could be a new and modified missile, something more advanced, something designed to push Israel's defense system to their limit. In fact, in cities like Beersheba, panic spread quickly. People, they abandon what they are doing and they rush towards the shelter. Cars stopped in the middle of the roads. Families scrambled indoor. Children were pulled into safe rooms. Well, in moments like these, every second feels important and every second feels amplified. Well, high above, there was a silent battle that was beginning. The Israel Air Defense Forces, they activated its air defense system immediately. Radar, they were logged onto the incoming missiles. Interceptors were launched within seconds, and then in the sky, there was an explosion. Well, the missile was destroyed mid-air before it could reach its target. Thankfully, there is no casualty, no direct damage, but that does not mean that there is relief, because the real impact, that's psychological. Fear spread faster than any missile. People are left wondering what happens if the next one gets through. And this is where the whole situation becomes even more serious. This is not a one-off attack, ladies and gentlemen. The Iran-backed Houthis, widely believed to be backed by the Iranian regime here, they have been carrying out repeated strikes, using missiles, using drones in multiple waves. Well, here each attack, it's not just about impact. It's about pressure, about testing defenses, about understanding the response time here, about pushing limits without crossing into full-scale war. Well, this is definitely a calculated escalation. A new front has now clearly opened. What was once conflict, limited to certain areas, is now expanding across the borders. From Gaza to Lebanon, and now from Yemen, the battlefield is now stretching farther than anybody ever expected. In fact, the scale of this shift, that's significant. A group operating from Yemen has now the capability to strike targets far away, across countries, across region, and this changes military calculation, strategic planning, and the overall nature of the conflict. Well, inside Israel, the pressure continues to build. Air defense systems are being tested again and again. Civilians are living under constant alert, and here every siren disrupts lives. Schools are paused, works are stopping, streets are empty. This is not just about destruction anymore. This is about sustained tension and uncertainty. And now the bigger question remains, how will Israel respond to this growing threat? Well, will this draw more and more countries directly into the conflict? And how many more fronts can open before the whole situation spirals out of control? Well, one thing is definitely clear here. This war is no longer contained. It is expanding, it is evolving, and it is becoming more unpredictable with each passing day. And if this continues, then the whole world may soon be facing something far bigger than anybody ever expected.